I've had the Cathay Pacific Visa Signature credit card for a few years now, and by the end of this video, you're gonna know whether I'm gonna keep or cancel this credit card. Whether you're thinking of getting this credit card or already have it, you'll have everything you need to know regarding the following: a high-level overview of the card, the pros and cons, my personal experience, followed by next steps. Feel free to navigate with the timestamps below, because right before we get into the pure content, you're gonna see me do something for the first time in my life. I hope you can take advantage of it, and I'll see you on the other side. MooMoo is offering us up to 15 free stocks for limited time only with our unique link in the description down below. MooMoo is a commission-free trading platform for stocks, ETFs, options, ADRs, and OTC. They don't accept payment for order flow, and they're owned by Futu Holdings, ticker symbol FUTU, a Nasdaq-listed fintech, and MooMoo has over 18 million users spread across 200 countries and regions. My favorite feature, hands down, is their earnings calendar viewing capability, totally for free, all with just a few taps in the app versus spending time to find a free resource online or spending money on a subscription. I got to meet some of the MooMoo team at FinCon, an event where finance YouTubers and finance content creators all gather under one roof every single year. They're offering our viewers with a specific link below the following, with each stock worth anywhere between $3 and $2,000. If you create an account, you'll get one free stock. If you create an account and deposit at least $1, you'll get that same free stock and you'll help support the channel. If you deposit $100 or more, you'll get 5 stocks in total. And if you deposit $2,000 or more, you'll get a total of 15 stocks. You'll get something at least to try out the app and understand if MooMoo is the right fit for you as an investor. But with that, enjoy the stocks. Let's get back into it. When you fly Cathay Pacific or you're spending on Cathay Pacific's credit card, you're going to be earning their currency known as Asia miles. You're looking at 2 Asia miles for every dollar spent on Cathay Pacific purchases, 1.5 Asia miles on all dining in America as well as abroad, 1.5 Asia miles on all purchases outside of the US, and 1 Asia mile on every dollar spent for everything else in America. Some other benefits include no foreign transaction fees, as well as green tier membership with their Marco Polo program, which is Cathay Pacific's loyalty program. You get an exclusive 10% savings with this credit card for certain actions within their program regarding mileage transfer as well as mileage renewal. The next two are occasional, and they're dealing with 2-day flight priority award redemption as well as 10% off select travel. With that, there's 2 types of Cathay Pacific cards. It's going to be the Visa as well as a Visa Signature. The earning rate and otherwise are all the same. It really comes down to the benefits provided by Visa. Feel free to pause and take a look, but with that, we'll keep it going. Let's look at some pros and cons, starting off with the pros. The first one's going to be no foreign transaction fees. This card comes with a $95 annual fee, hence for it to not come with foreign transaction fees and being an airline card would be kind of weird, for lack of a better term. And there's a lot of no annual fee options that give you no foreign transaction fees, such as your Bank of America Travel Rewards credit card, any Discover credit card, as well as on Capital One side, you have the Capital One Quicksilver with no annual fee. So just some food for thought for going for this card if it was purely for no foreign transaction fees. Another pro is going to be earning all type of spend if you put everything on this card purely in Asia miles. It's easy to not think about which card you're using to get these Asia miles, but I'll touch on this point later on in the video. Before moving on to our cons, I wanted to share a quick fun fact. With this card specifically, my credit limit is exactly $5,037.00. Now, I'm sharing this because with the Visa Signature, to get approved, you need at least a $5,000 credit limit. Hence, I don't know if I just got approved when I did apply to $5,037 above that limit or what the case is. And I've noticed with Synchrony bank credit cards, I have another card by them, the credit limit, it's $1,024 on that certain credit card. So only with Synchrony have I noticed a non-kind of 100 multiple as an ending for a credit limit, and just wanted to share that fun fact, and with that, let's keep it going. With this card, I'm realizing there's a lot more cons than pros. I'm going to switch locations for dramatic effect, but just want to be real with you, so alright. Starting us off, one of the reasons I got the Cathay Pacific Visa Signature credit card was because Cathay Pacific is a partner with British Airways, Alaska, as well as American Airlines. I looked at it like, hey, these Asia miles could be used to redeem 4 flights on those other airlines. Instead of what's normal where, let's say you have X amount of points balance, you click whatever flight by searching for it, you go check out, and that's it, boom, you're done with your flight reservation. In this situation, just the way the Asia Miles Award Redemption Program worked, it was so clunky that you actually can't book certain type of flights, let's say, until it's 2 weeks or more out. And more than that, if there's multiple type of scenarios, aka itineraries presented to you, if it exceeds a certain amount, then you won't even be able to see what that looks like. Can I take a next step? And essentially you'll need to submit a form, and then you'll get reached back out by an agent in like a few days. So it takes a lag of a time to actually get what you want versus instantaneously, or the next few minutes I can use my Asia miles and redeem them successfully, etc, etc. The next con is dealing with Synchrony Bank. Synchrony, it's not at that tier of a Chase or Amex, and at the other end there's Credit One, which is usually considered a bottom rung. And if you're not familiar with Credit One, in a simple summary, it's essentially these folks that issue these cards with some type of annual fee, no rewards, a lot of fees that are tacked on for certain actions done by the person with that card, and it's usually targeted for folks with a really poor credit score. If you're trying to get something done or answered, whether that's online or on the phone, it may take a hot second and you may need a call back just to get that extra clarity. So just some food for thought before applying for any Synchrony credit card in general. Synchrony Bank is known for their lending to the subprime category. Hence, what that really means is just make sure you're reading all the nitty-gritty terms and conditions. Because for example, let's say there's a card by them that you're applying for, and it says for the next 6 months you'll have 0 interest. Yet what you don't see in the fine print is by the end of that period, if your balance is not paid off in full to the penny, then all of that interest from day one would be tacked on as if you didn't tackle that principal balance at all whatsoever. I can definitely make another video on Synchrony and go a lot deeper on this topic, but with that, let's keep it going. Next up, we got the $95 annual fee as well as the earning structure. The Asia miles you're earning with this spend that you're doing on this card, honestly, you can do this with a no annual fee card as well, or get close to it at least. For example, with the Amex Everyday, you do get 1x on everything, and with the no annual fee, you can still transfer these points that you're earning, membership reward points with American Express, to Asia Miles' program through a benefit that you have within the membership rewards program. Now, with the Amex Everyday, you're not going to be earning, let's say, 2 miles on Cathay Pacific purchases, yet at the same time, if you say, let's say, the Capital One Venture X, it has a $395 annual fee, but effectively that annual fee is 0. I'll leave a link to that video here. So if you're paying $0 annual fee, and with the Capital One Venture X, at base minimum, you're always going to get 2 venture miles for every dollar spent. This means because you can transfer those miles to Asia Miles in general, what you're really looking at is essentially 2 times Asia Miles on everything, regardless of what you're spending on in general. So simply put, if you have the Cathay Pacific credit card at $95 annual fee, you have a $0 annual fee effectively with the Capital One Venture X, and you're earning more than the Asia Miles card in general, then I think it's a no-brainer, and you see where I'm coming from. So who is this card meant for? I would say if you have specific redemptions with Asia Miles, this card could be maybe useful, yet at the same time, as we discussed, there are other ways to amass more Asia Miles that much faster and that much cheaper regarding an annual fee comparison. At the same time, when I signed up for this card, I got 35,000 Asia Miles after $3,000 in spend in the first 3 months. The bonus amounts may change, but at a $95 annual fee, let's say you were gonna have this card for year 1, use those miles and then move on. They may have rules in the back end and they may be really strict about it, so just be careful. I've had this card for multiple years because I've had a use case for these miles, and to be frank, I haven't actually used these miles because of that same clunky experience. And I have over 100,000 Asia miles and I haven't used them yet. I'm excited to use them, but I'm just sharing here that if somebody has this many credit cards like myself and a part of many programs and I still haven't used them, that's something to consider. Where are they really the right program for you? AKA make sure your redemption at the end of the day is that much worth it to be a part of the Asia Miles program, or at least to amass Asia Miles in this regard. The 2 main reasons I applied for this card at the time was because Cathay's partners were Alaska, British, American, etc. And at the same time, when it comes to Synchrony and their approval rate, it's a lot higher, / you need not much of a credit score requirement to really get approved. It was almost like, why not take a shot? It's been a few years since I've had this card. I don't expect any clawback of miles earned or otherwise. So with that, here are the next steps. So here I am at the dashboard for my Cathay Pacific Visa Signature credit card. And over here, when I say chat now, let's see over here. Let's see available promotions then. That currently isn't offered. Not surprised. So $0 fraud liability, which is a common feature of other credit cards. So not too interested. So if you still wish to continue, confirm close. And on record, I guess, this is my first time I'm closing an account online in this fashion. So let's see how this goes. So if you'd still like to close your account, please contact us by phone. So I'll take the next step of calling them on the phone to take that, but with every end, there's always a new beginning, so feel free to check out the link in the description below for MooMoo. And with that, check out a similar video with the Amex Cash Magnum $0 annual fee card after the sign-up bonus over here. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.